Hello again. If you haven't already done it, hit the subscribe button and click like, guys. In this video, you're going to see me deal with a cow that I've dealt with quite a few times in the past few months. In fact, in the past year or so. She's actually born with a disfigurement as a calf, and she's progressed into a cow now, and she's actually going pretty well. Just like humans, cows can be born disfigured, but unlike humans, although we do pregnancy diagnose scan, we don't actually look at proper detailed scans. We don't know what's going to happen when the calf's born, and sometimes we just have to deal with it. Hope you like the video, guys. Okay, so here we are. It's a Holstein cow, this one, and in this case she's calved and has been milking for around 250 days just now. As you can see, it's a front right foot that's been affected here, and as I said in the intro, it's a disfigurement, so she was born like this. These three toes were originally the same size, but the two on the right hand side have actually grown and materialized into what you would call a proper foot, and the one on the left of the two good toes is the one that is extra. Now, I don't know what's going on inside, but an educated guess would tell me that the bone structure is there, but it's obviously a complete deviation from what is normal. Now, there will be a pedal bone in there, and the reason I know that is because the claw is actually, it's the correct shape, although it's not the correct size and it is slightly distorted. The horn forms around the pedal bone, so that you've got the horn, the laminae corium, and the corium on the sole of the foot, and then the horn is grown from the corium. So if there was no pedal bone in there that is the correct shape, then the horn wouldn't be the correct shape either. So there must be a pedal bone in there that's the correct shape. As you can see, I'm just going to trim it in the normal 5-step method, which sounds a bit crazy, but I'm going to make sure that the length of the good digit, so the one in the middle, is correct. I'm going to make sure there's no loose horn there. I'm going to reduce the size of the disfigured claw, so the extra claw that's there, but I'm going to be very, very careful because I don't know how deep the horn is. I don't know what is actually going on in there for certain. So everything I do in this case has to be super, super careful. Then I'm going to increase the mobility between the dummy claw or the disfigured extra claw and the good claw. So we're going to remove as much horn as we can, similar in the way you would trim the mule foot cow. So we're going to remove as much claw horn as we can between the two digits to increase any mobility there. Don't know whether we will or not yet actually be able to increase the mobility, but we will give it a go and make sure there's no loose horn whatsoever. As you can see, there is a block on that horn on the outside claw there. That was actually put in place by the dairyman about 4 weeks ago, and it's still in good condition, so we're going to leave it as it is. Okay, so she's all trimmed up. You can see the horn is actually of really, really good quality. There's no major issue here. It doesn't look great. The cow is slightly uncomfortable, but as you'll see when she walks out the crush here, she is actually walking fairly well. Just now, immediately after exiting the crush, she's had her foot up. I've been playing about with it, so she will be slightly discomfortable from that. But as she walks away, you'll see that there isn't a great deal of lameness with her. This is just something you got to look after. We've got to keep putting a block on that claw just to keep that extra claw up off the ground, because we really don't want any extra pain. Because if it touches the ground at all, it's going to give a lateral force on the ankle, and that's really, really going to put her in pain. So we're going to make sure that the extra claw is reduced as much as possible, but make sure we never ever bleed her or open it up whatsoever, because we need to make sure no infection can get in. So when we're trimming a cow like this, we don't know the interior anatomy of the claw, so we've just got to be extremely, extremely cautious. We need to make sure we don't go too deep, and we're always checking how firm that horn is. If it starts to go soft, then we'll stop. This cow will be totally fine. It doesn't look fantastic, like I said, but for her goodness, if we keep her in check, keep putting a block on that lateral claw to keep that inside claw up off the ground, then she's going to be comfortable and she's going to live a long and happy life. Making sure that she's comfortable and constantly attended to means that she'll be profitable for your businesses as well as comfortable in herself. So it works for us and it works for her. Yeah, so that's how I deal with disfigurements and things like that. Basically, using extreme caution because I don't really know what's going on inside. So we just need to be extremely cautious, make sure that we're following the guidelines that are set out in the Dutch method. So making sure that we don't cut too much off the good claws, making sure that we never ever take so much horn off that it becomes soft or anything like that, and making sure that we never ever open her up to infection. So hope you like the video, guys. It's not been too in-depth, but please hit the subscribe button and click like if you like the video. Cheers, guys. Bye.